been going on so long. Like Greg and I were talking in the car before about, but the word grove. If you do a search in the Bible for the word grove, it only appears a few times. And
Phallic worship. Phallic worship or yoni worship is what happens in groves. It's just a kind of religion, a kind of pagan religion ritual, sometimes involving a sacrifice.
Yeah, but it says specifically in the Bible. You just look it up, just search, get a text thing of the Bible. Just look for the word grove. It's like only 4 or 5 places, but it says. Anytime you come across their groves, you like burn that shit to the ground and like fucking scatter the ashes.
Yeah.
And that was pretty strong language for something kind of specific. Groves.
Well, see,
these douchebags, they're doing the same thing. And
okay,
look, they've been around for a long ass time.
Right.
It's spiritual adultery.
Jada, let me just throw this curveball.
Sorry.
I love this curveball because this curveball is one of my favorites. Especially when it comes to Christian talk. Okay, so like, the biggest argument is like, oh, the Christian Bible was changed and edited over the times. And, oh, how dare you say that? That's God's word, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the Bible is immaculate, I believe that. What's still in it is immaculate. What was taken out is immaculate as well. And the thing is, the stuff that was taken out was to benefit the Illuminati and the evil ones. Because a lot of the stuff that was in Bibles in the 50s, even then, like before Vatican II, they talked about exorcisms and like how to do certain prayers against witchcraft and all this other stuff. And nowadays you see none of that in the Bible, dude. They're like, you need to get rid of that. We need to just go to church on Sunday.
You guys want to listen to something that I came across today?
Yeah?
Check this out, dude. Okay, Ephesians 6:11 out of the New International Version.
The armor of God.
Sorry, say that again?
Put on the full armor of God.
Yep.
Sorry, so where was this?
What?
Ephesians 6:11.
6:11 through 18.
That's right. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Guys, this is not talking about fighting demons and stuff, man. This is talking about fighting the government.
Yeah, but that's what that's who the demons are. They've put themselves into the power positions. Like, one of my theories is that during the fall of the angels, when the angels fell from the heavens, not only did Satan come here, but many other angels fell down, about 1/3 of the heavens. And those other angels, because they hated God, their main mission was to create their own false pagan religions and lead the people astray.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that might be hella crazy, but
it says the rulers and against the authorities.
Yeah.
That is the first thing it says.
And then and see, right, and check it out. What does it say in the Old Testament of who the rulers were? The rulers were the Nephilim, the men of well renown. Those were the rulers of the time. The Nephilim were the rulers of the world. Like, they had all the power and shit. The men of well renown, the big giants. But some people say giants as in like literal gigantic humans, or giants as in like you're an oil tycoon and you have a giant empire. So you can interpret it however. But basically the Nephilim were the fallen angels and the Anunnaki and all that, the Sumerian ties. And
I think he's saying for sure, one way or the other, that there is a spiritual power or belief system behind these rulers and authorities that we struggle against.
Right.
And that spiritual power is whatever this pagan religion they have, the phallic worship. It's the Babylonian religion, really.
Right, Babylonian and Sumerian as well. Pretty much hand in hand. I mean, Babylon and Samaria are like pretty much the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's like, well, where do you live?
Really, a lot of what we call Babylonian is probably Sumerian, ultimately.
And if you want to go a little further, like Mesopotamian, that area.
We're talking about where are all. It's just funny, that's all right where.
The cradle of
where oil is, and where the Middle East, all of our incursions are all right in that same geographical area. Exactly. Baghdad, where's Baghdad? It's like right there, the heart of
right in the middle. Question: did the Sumerians predated the Egyptians, right?
Yeah.
Right. Did they have a written language, and do we have we? Is
they
it we got
the oldest
Sumerian
law system.
What's that?
The oldest recorded law system.
Sumerian?
Oh,
They had a republic. They had like city council type stuff.
Okay. Wow.
They had an organized like bureaucracy.
Mm-hmm.
The law of, cause there is, what was it? Gilgamesh. The Chronicles of Gilgamesh, I think they're called. Or the Legends of Gilgamesh.
I mean, the name Gilgamesh.
And those are like ancient stories of the leaders of then, who descended from the quote unquote Anunnaki. But then you start getting into Zechariah-Stitch and stuff,
So
and then they say that's debunked and it's all a bunch of bullcrap. But I don't know.
That's the same.
Okay, my wife, she said something
That's
funny the other day.
consistent.
My wife said this the other day, and I totally agree. History does not repeat itself. And the reason why I agree with her is because identically, history doesn't repeat itself, but actions and things similar, but they're never the same. The only difference is they're more technologically advanced. That's why we have neo-feudalism and technological dictatorship. See, back then, they didn't have technological, they didn't know what the fuck technological dictatorship was. They just knew about, okay, we're going to breed these certain races with these certain races because we've conquered them, and let's see what comes out of it. And like, that was their early eugenics program. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're the fucking Spartans, and we had this fucking defective piece of shit. Fuck it, just boom, throw it off a cliff, dude. Like, they'll look at their babies like, dude, this thing has like one arm and the other arm's all fucked up. Like, just go off the cliff.
Yeah.
And then they'd conquer other tribes, you know what I'm saying? Enslave them, kill all the men, which was kind of a humane way they did it. They actually would take them to the sword and they put it through the throat.
Yeah.
It's a long story.
Yeah.
But anyways, they were considered like one of the humane executors. They were like, you know, it's like, yeah, you're quick. It's like, you're done. You're just like, so anyways, they had the eugenics program where they would interbreed with different people. Like the Athenians couldn't breed with like the Spartans and shit.
Yeah.
Like you don't. Like you're either one of their little city-state people. It's like you're not. But they did. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the human spirit and shit. But back then, the leaders at the time, it's the same, dude. The exact same.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
That's why you got ley lines, the 30 days of parallel, all that. The Freemasons and all over it.
Online explanation of this.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. It says, after you read the Ephesians 6:12, the one where it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." This means that before Satan is released from the abyss, we are at war with those on earth
Exactly.
that are leaders.
Exactly.
Right.
That serve the spiritual forces of Satan and his dark angels in the heavenly realm. Of the air or heavenly realm does not mean God's heavenly abode, also called paradise, but instead a place of this earth. So, I mean, we're talking about, you know, these 33-degree Masons, the Illuminati, these guys that actually worship or have these Luciferian tendencies. In this order of principalities, powers, and rulers is indication of corporal plurality, meaning individuals upon this dark world. However, this plurality being under the wickedness and control of a ruler, that is Satan and his dark angels in the air, meaning a spiritual realm.
Sean?
Saying our war or struggle is not against flesh and blood indicates it as a spiritual war or struggle, yet does not negate the role regarding servants of wickedness upon this dark world. Okay? So,
Whose
the
commentary
thing
are
here
you reading,
is that
Sean?
we're not ourselves necessarily having to battle against these dark forces, but we are battling against the servants of the dark forces.
Sean, who were you reading from?
I'm gonna send this to you.
Okay, but what were you just reading from?
It is from a document called Principality and Powers.